guys, today today my presentation is going to be about law and John Rawls' veil of ignorance, which I will explain to you during my presentation. One of the most important philosophical tools of the last century is John Rawls' veil of ignorance. Rawls is an American moral and political philosopher who created a tool of law called the veil of ignorance, which asks how a person would want to organise society if they had the free rein to do so. However, under the veil of ignorance, this person would not know his place in society, his intelligence or strength, nor his or her gender. By being ignorant of one's circumstances, Rawls believes that people can more objectively consider how society should operate. In particular, Rawls argued that people who are under the veil of ignorance would give more benefits to the least well-off person in society. This could be because of the fact that people who are under the veil of ignorance would be in fact oblivious to things such as a person's wealth or power, and as a result would not be forced by someone to make a decision or anything else like that. Therefore, according to Rawls, approaching tough issues through a veil of ignorance can help us decide more fairly on how rules of society should be structured. And fairness, as I'm sure we all believe, is the essence of justice. Of course, some people do not agree with this and have criticised Rawls' veil of ignorance. For example, say that each student can either choose to get a grade higher in their exam except for one person who would get a grade lower, or everyone can choose to get half a grade higher. Here, I believe that Rawls would choose to pick the option where everyone can get half a grade higher. But to counter this though, an American professor of the University of California has said that not everyone would be so careful and risk averse, so they would choose the first option when everyone but one person would get a grade higher. This is because there is always a possibility that they might not be the one to get a grade lower, as it is only one person in a class of, let's say, 100 students. Even though this could be the case, the idea that decision makers behind the veil of ignorance would be less biased and more fair when making their decisions has said to be more beneficial than disadvantageous. A real-life example of this is when Cecilia Claudin and Claudia Rouse, who are both musicians, decided to conceal a candidate's identity from the judges to test for sex-biased hiring. This resulted in reduced bias and substantially higher proportions of women being hired to play in an orchestra. Essentially, Rawls' veil of ignorance is not just a powerful thought experiment and an essential tool of law, but it can also lead to new ways of getting better legal rules enacted. Since most people are biased by their situations, power being misused in other things, under the veil of ignorance where they would not know anything, people would decide to do what they think is best and just, thus leading to better laws being made. Finally, to have a veil of ignorance rule in law means that there is no self-interested behaviour, as it subjects decision makers to the unpredictability of the distribution of benefits and burdens that could result from a decision. Thank you for listening.